行ってくるよ、ラティファ。
いってらっしゃい、お兄ちゃん。まだまだ甘えたい年頃ですものね。
Spirit Chronicles episode number 3. I can't count. I almost put up a 4. Number 3. And I just want to start this review with reminding everybody, I don't watch Spirit Chronicles because of like this super immersive and just like amazing writing, right? Like the author didn't produce some kind of like super existential masterpiece that I'm just like in awe of its existence. I also don't watch it because of this amazing animation work and like, wow, the studio, like the artists over there are putting in overtime. No, they're doing their 8 hours and they're clocking the fuck they're clocking the fuck out. And you know what? Sometimes it's Pizza Party Friday. It's Pizza Party Friday, and they, you know, the actual like disc, you know, to air the episode is due by like 12 p.m. So they're like, you know what? We're gonna turn it in at 11 a.m. and it's pizza party. We're gonna get out of here, get some beers. You know what I mean? So just remind everybody, I don't watch Spirit Chronicles because I'm just in awe of like, wow, how does this exist? Okay. Now the reason I'm saying that is there's just something uniquely bad that is so good about Spirit Chronicles, and it's much like a lot of the other junk food anime that I really, really, really love. Wiseman's Grandchild, the eighth Son anime, the you know, Gate, the mech anime. Jesus Christ, what was it? Oh, Knights and Magic, Knights and Magic. Okay, honestly, Arifureta, you know, there's a lot of anime out there that I would just consider like junk food anime, but there's just something about it that I'm just so attracted to. And this episode, if I were to put on my pure reviewer hat, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But I still enjoyed it. I thought it was like, for me, entertainment-wise, 9 out of 10. We learned a lot. We saw the plot moving. I thought it was fantastic. The reality to that is probably a 6 out of 10, maybe 5 out of 10. Because here's what episode number 3 brought, okay? So we start off the episode, and Ryo Haruto, he F's off. So he goes, and he's like, he's going to head to the village, to the, not fairy village, but like the beast village, okay? And he's like, okay, peace out, guys. You guys stay here for a couple weeks. I'm going to be back. So he beams out, and he goes to the village, the beast folk village. So that's how it starts off. And then while he's away, all the girls, you know, all the girls are gonna stay there at the house. So, you know, Haruhime, you know, is gonna stay there at the house, and Aki's gonna stay there at the house, and Celica, whatever, they're gonna stay there at the house. And their main primary goal is A, you know, wait for Haruto to get back, but then B, kind of like, you know, become comfortable with each other. And then for Celica, it's to teach the little boy, I forget what his name is, but, you know, to teach the boy how to speak in their language. So he's, you know, she's teaching him, you know, the language, and he's doing a pretty good job over the couple of weeks, kind of like, you know, picking it up pretty quickly and learning, which is good because kids typically do. They'll grasp to languages. You know, if you're younger, you're going to grasp to a new language a lot quicker than someone who's older. It's a lot harder for us when we start getting older for us to kind of like really get to learn language, unless you're just kind of that type of learner. There is that, you know, 1% of 1% that are just, they can really catch on and grasp the stuff. But the normal folks, it's rough. So, you know, that it's basically them just living like the slow life up until one day where they finally get attacked by like zombies. Okay. So I'm going to stop there. For Rio's part, he goes and he goes to the fairy village, or I keep calling it fairy village, but like the beast folk village, you know, the blended village that is far away in like the elf village. And he talks to all the elders there, and he lets them know, like, hey, I might have been from another world too, you know, and let's not dig into that. But I might be from another world, and there's these people, and they have the 6 pillars of light, and it might be relative to the heroes. But what we found out, and this is a question I had last week, is, you know, are all of them part of being the heroes, or you know, or not, right? Like, are all of them part of the heroes? Is Rio considered part of the heroes? And we pretty much determined, okay, that's not the case. But the question was like, is Aki, is Miharu, is the boy, are they 3 of the 6 heroes? And if so, then that makes sense because there was another dude. He was beamed from his bedroom, and then we have the 2 people, the purple haired girl and the boy, or the dude who came alongside Miharu and Aki. So it's like, okay, well, just simple math, that equals 6. So that's 6 folks. But it's not the case. So Rio goes and he meets with the elders, and he tells us like, okay, no, the people that I found, Miharu and the other 2, they're actually just like bystanders. Like the other dudes, like the other folks, they were actually physically getting summoned. These guys ended up here as bystanders because they were further away from the light. So that kind of confirms to us that Miharu, Aki, and his little brother, those 3 are not part of the 6 heroes. So that means that there's still 6 heroes in existence, 2 of which are the friends that were with Miharu. So I guess 3, well, yeah, 2. So one is the guy who obviously likes her. The other one is their purple hair friend. And then the other one is that dude who got summoned from his bedroom, who got all high and mighty last week. So those are the 3 for sure. So we still have yet to go and meet the other 3, okay? So we're going to stop there. So that's kind of the hero stuff. Then the next thing that the episode introduced was Liselotte. And, there's Flora from the Beltram Kingdom, and then we have Liselotte, who is visiting, talking to them about their heroes, and their heroes meeting their heroes. And Liselotte finally comes in, and she meets the purple hair hero, and we find out that she may have some kind of, not familiarity, maybe, with these characters. It's hard to say, because we know that Liselotte, who handles the shop that Rio shopped at before, has really heavy Japanese influences. So we can kind of put 2 and 2 together and say, okay, Liselotte might have been reincarnated here. Maybe not the same way that Rio was, but maybe the same way that like Latifa was, where she was just kind of like transported and reincarnated here. So for her, hearing all these Japanese names, she goes like, oh, okay. But she has like an extra twinkle to her. So she's like, okay. So in my head, I was like, okay, maybe she was also, maybe she knew these guys before. Like maybe she actually knew them and grew up with them or something like that. So that would be a cool kind of twist for Liselotte's storyline. So that's cool. The last 2 things I'll touch on is Latifa. I've been wondering, where's Latifa? How's Latifa going to come back? How's Latifa going to feel about his harem just growing with Celia or Celica, right? Celia, Miharu, the little sister Aki. We obviously have Aisha. A lot has changed, and he told Latifa nothing. He told Latifa jack shit. So I was like, okay, how is Latifa gonna come back? And she just kind of seamlessly came back in. I love you, Rio, blah, blah, blah. We share a secret, but that ain't no secret no more. And then he tries to start another secret with her. It's like, yo, stop flirting, little Rizzler. You know what I mean? So Latifa just kind of came back in, and then we're back out. Like, she was back in, and then, okay, we're leaving. And then we're going to be back in again when he brings Miharu and everybody to the village. So that's kind of where we left off there. And then the last thing, the laughable villain, right? This dude's name is Reese. He's like a duke or something. He's the one that is controlling all the zombie folks. He is just the most dastardly. He's just the most silly villain ever. Like, he seems like no threat whatsoever. He's like, ha ha ha, so somebody destroyed my zombies. Well, I'm going to find them. Let's see if they can control more zombies. Whoa. And I'm just like, yo, okay. He's like the worst villain in the history of villains. So yeah, that's kind of where we left off with the villain stuff. Yeah, that's just kind of thrown in there for like a little like, hey, I guess we need to, like, the author was like, shit, I guess I need to add this, like, sprinkle. That's kind of how it feels like, he just kind of sprinkled in a little villainy. I don't think it's really needed, but hey, I get it. I get why it's there because, this guy was technically the dude who ruined Rio's original house and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I get it how he keeps getting tied back in. Does he matter that much? No. But anyways, that was episode 3. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm not watching this because it's like, it's like making me, beautiful mind over here with, what could happen. I'm just watching it because it's just pure joy for me. So I'll see you guys next week as we continue our journey in Spirit Chronicles. Peace.